Gemini, hi. So you guys have stolen my heart in every conceivable way in my last readings. So I'm doing yours first. Okay, this is your December 2020 love reading, the last day of the last month of the year, which is so exciting. So thank you so much for all your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful support. I really appreciate it. It means absolutely everything to me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Adrian. I'm an intuitive healer. I practice holistic wellness, and I'm also a spiritual regression hypnosis practitioner. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ascending. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, have a look and see where your Mercury is, or look at where your Venus is, which is, basically the planetary placement for love. And if you don't know what those things are and what they mean, there's a link down below in the description that says free natal chart where you can actually get that information. Okay. Also in the description is a link to AC Digital Marketing Solutions. That's my beautiful best friends that makes these really beautiful kind of rocking thumbnails, which I'm so grateful for. So let's see what we have. We're going to do a reading for you for love. Okay. First card out is the Knight of Pentacles. So you're just going to keep it very simple and then draw some cards on there. Where you're currently at, how did you get to where you are, what's coming towards you, and what's the overall energy. And then we're going to end off your reading with a couple of oracle cards. Okay. To all of you that like, share, comment, and subscribe, I'd like to let you know that I really, really appreciate that. And interesting. If you haven't done so yet, then you are more than welcome to do so as well. I really love doing my reading. So, okay. Overall, general reading, always use your own discernment. Okay, so before we look at what's going to happen there, we're first going to draw a card from the Angel Answers and see what sort of time period are we looking at. This focus for this reading is love. I'm not sure why I'm being guided to do that first, but I am, and so I'll do it. And the card coming out there says no. All right, so that feels, as I said, I'm not sure why I'm doing it. I was very urged to do that draw for you there right in the beginning of the reading. So we are focusing on love. So whatever it might be in your life that you might be thinking about at the moment, did the universe send this person to me? Is this the one? They are saying no. Just hold on. Okay. All right. So recent past, the energy that brought you to where you currently are is the Knight of Pentacles. Then where you currently are is the Two of Pentacles. Very sort of Gemini situation that you're kind of finding yourself in there at the moment. And going forward, there's the Hanged Man. The overall energy, which we will focus on first, is the Ace of Swords and the Justice card there, Libra energy. The question here is sort of, with this overall energy, I feel that sometimes we get into the space where we kind of meet someone or we connect with someone. There's an energy, there's a possibility, there's a spark, and we just sort of want to go. Okay. You sort of asked to take a moment to just breathe and let some of the information that you're not clear about, to let that information come to you. All right, there's something happening over here. It's almost in a sense that things are balanced, perfectly balanced already, but they're balanced kind of in a way that you're not currently aware of. So it's almost like there are certain things that you're not 100% seeing, and you are being encouraged to give things, a moment to sort of reveal themselves, as opposed to you having the need to kind of go out there and, almost play like spy detective. Okay. Especially if you're dealing with someone and there's certain things that you are not, clear about at the moment. It could be, do they like me? But I feel this is more in the sense of, are they still seeing their ex? Do they still own that house? Are they going to do their job? Are they actually going to move away? There's that sort of like nagging thinking going on. Okay. And then with the with the Knight of Pentacles there in the recent past, this is when we sometimes open our hearts towards a connection and go for it. And I don't know, but it's almost like where you are at the moment with the Two of Pentacles, though, it's almost like your mind is pretty much set on one sort of connection, person, possibility, option, but there's it's almost like there's an unfinished situation happening here on the one side, all right? So it's like, I really like this. It seems wonderful. It seems shiny. But it's also that at another time, there was a similar sort of situation like this, you know? So it's almost like there's a warning that is letting you know, be mindful before just jumping into a situation. We're not saying that you have to not do it, but be mindful before you just go for a situation, because you might be repeating a past pattern here with a different person. I do not really feel that the person's got ill intentions, but I feel almost like, without maybe realizing it, you might almost be molding somebody in a certain direction, which almost makes them be a different version of themselves, you know, but because they like you so much, and you've got that beautiful childlike enigmatic thing, you know, that Geminis have, that sort of make our inner child go like, just do it, it's so exciting, you know, just do it, it's so amazing. That carefree nature that makes us all feel kind of loved. You want to be careful that you don't manipulate the situation without meaning to do so, so you are encouraged to wait a little bit here, all right? Especially if you're dealing with a Virgo energy, or more Earth-like energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo also, actually. I feel that they're sort of free from their chains, but they don't move at as fast a rate as you do, so they need a little bit of time. Okay, let's clarify. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords in the overall energy. Okay, what does it want to come out? The Nine of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, the first clarifying card that comes out is the Nine of Swords. Of course, one is going to the floor. Empress. Beautiful. And the Page of Cups in reverse. So the things that are worrying you there with the Nine of Swords, you know, the things that are worrying you, the things that are concerning you, there are solutions coming through to this. Like, a lot of this reading is saying to you that you may not be off track, you just need to wait a little bit, or you just want to wait a little bit, all right? The Page of Cups there in reverse, there's almost a sense of impatience happening over here, you know? Do they care about me? Do they like me? Do they want to be with me? Why are they not making a move? Why are they not replying to my messages? Why are they not responding straight away? Why are they not being as committed as I am? I'm putting myself out there completely and they're not coming back. I feel in a sense that maybe you were not as forthcoming before. So it's almost like you want from somebody now that you yourself needed some time to actually be ready for. Okay. So you may not be dealing with somebody that doesn't want to be with you. It's almost like, it's almost like somebody might agree to be with you because they feel about pressure. So they want to be with you, point number one. But point number two, they sort of pushing themselves to move at a pace that's faster than they are comfortable with, because it's almost like they're feeling that you might kind of fade them out, and they're scared of losing you. So, but also remember that any sort of tie that starts like that, any sort of agreement that's, it's got a little bit of that axe above your head type of thing, in a maybe gentle way, in a very sort of maybe plastic toy-like way, but it's still there. It's like a game, but it's a bit more serious as well. Sometimes, those things can have a potential to not work out as nicely as we'd like it to, because there's a little bit of pressure, unnecessary pressure, a sense of duress. So clarifying the Justice card, which is actually a wonderful confirmation here coming through for you. The first card you've got is the Three of Wands. So if you are concerned, if you are, if you're kind of focusing on someone and you are very concerned that this person may not be feeling the same way as you probably couldn't be more wrong, it's almost like a confirmation saying to you, it's very safe for you to accept that things are actually lining up perfectly for you here. And sometimes when things are perfectly lined up, but we try to create, sort of like our own little shenanigans out of it, that is usually where the problem comes in. And this is a lot of times with Gemini, actually, typical Gemini energy. Now, it doesn't just have to be that you're a Gemini sun, You can also be like a Gemini moon. For example, I'm a Gemini moon. So sometimes I can have, in fact, the same pattern happening. And you don't always realize it when you are doing it, because you're so sort of like, it's like you think and think and think, and then you're so infatuated and you get so carried away, and you don't always realize exactly what it is that you are doing. But this is one of those stages where everything is actually fine, but it's almost like a quiet space in between, like when you sort of go to like the theater or the opera or anything really. There's like a bit of a silence before everything starts to happen, and it's almost like that anticipation. You don't quite know what is going to happen, and so you are encouraged to get excited about what's going to happen, because it's almost like sometimes if you want to sort of like fill that space, fill that void, other people start to frown upon us as well. So I do feel that if you push too hard, that also this person's, you kind of may fall out of this chord, with their friends, and that might not be the wisest move, because I feel that their friends are very important to them. Okay, they care about you, but they also care about their friends, their support structure. Okay. Next card coming up for you is the Six of Wands. Really, really amazing. So you had the Three of Wands, and now you get the Six of Wands. So this situation is growing. This is not just the hope. This is not just a pie in the sky. This situation is growing. It's expanding. It's extending. It's beautiful. Okay. And the King of Swords. So you have the Three of Wands, you got the Six of Wands, and then you got the King of Swords. Okay. They're actually saying quite clearly, and they're asking a question is, do you really want to be with this person? Because if you do, which is very weird sort of like guidance for me to get, but if you do, you can't always just have everything your way. You've got to be willing to compromise, and it's almost like you've got to allow them the space to come to you. It's almost like it's almost like there's a natural order to things. They want to be the one that comes towards you, and you're dealing with someone who prefers things to unfold more naturally, not to make little plans and, scheme this, scheme that. That's not really what they want, okay? And I feel, remember, if two people have the same sort of intention, by the law of attraction, this is going to happen in any case. All right. I do feel that you're dealing with someone that works very strongly, with sort of like the law of attraction. And okay, recent past, Knight of Pentacles. The first card you got is the Seven of Swords. I feel it's almost like whoever you are dealing with, they are, they sort of like, in a way, almost molding into your world, This is a bit of an unlikely pair here, a little touch quirky, It's not the usual kind of person that you would be with. And I don't really feel that, in many senses, that you might in some ways not 100% be what they would go with either. So we've got the Seven of Swords, we've got the Tower. Okay, a whole handful of cards. What are they? Let's see. So, you had the Seven of Cups and you had the Tower. And then we're having the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Three of Swords. So you're over your heartache. It's almost like whoever you're dealing with, they're sort of observing you, and you're not really making it that challenging for them to observe you either, because they're getting your subliminal signs. So don't go and put out too many, you know. But they're sort of convinced that you are over the past. They just need a little bit of time to almost like merge themselves into your world. Okay, let's see. So we're going to look at the current energy, which is the Two of Pentacles. In a sense, it's almost like the two of you may not be this much aware of it, because you may be dealing with someone. It's almost like you somehow have connection, but it's almost like there's some sort of separation distance as well, you know. So maybe you're only speaking online, maybe there's some sort of space in between, like a blockage in between. And both of you are actually busy overcoming it, because even though you might be coming from different angles, you're actually working towards the same goal. Okay. 3 cards came right out, and they are the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands. This is movement taking place, movement towards you. I kind of feel that somebody kind of made up their mind about you, and they want to build a world with you going forward, you know. So which is why, again, you're sort of encouraged to give them the time. They need a little bit of time to catch up, okay, to what they're going to be letting themselves into, basically. It's almost like, now I know this for many people, sometimes this goes a little bit against sort of Gemini, but it's almost like you have more quiet, you know, grown-up, mature nature, and they've been watching you for a while, and it's almost like you're dealing with someone that you know, that's got feelings for you without actually realizing maybe initially that they do, and now they're kind of like trying to figure the whole thing out. Okay, so we're clarifying that Hangman in what's coming towards you. There's the 8 of Cups. There's the Chariot. This is almost like, you know, I feel in a sense that, and the Hangman again, it's like you are dealing with someone who, it's almost like they were in a sense of like, they would prefer to be in love, but maybe not with you, you know, and they're beginning to see how perfect you actually are for them. And they're beginning to accept that within their hearts, and it's like they just need a little bit of time in order to fully accept it within themselves. Not because they are doubting really, but more, I feel, because they want to be sure that that their uncertainty won't actually hurt you. Okay. All right, let's draw a happy card here from my crazy motivational cards, which I really, really like. There's a card that flipped around, and I don't know where it is. And if the reading resonates with you, more than welcome to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Remember to hit that notification bell. Okay, that card clearly doesn't want to come out, so. And I'm seeing it again. What's going on here? Oh, and there it comes around. All right. So this is the message, and it's almost like you feel that there should be a bigger message here. You know, it says that you have options is meaningful, rock on. Message from the universe: if I could make just 2 wishes, I'd wish you could somehow convey, sorry, if I could make just 2 wishes, I'd wish I could somehow convey to you the profound depths of my gratitude for every moment of your life. Okay? Because we're life expressed. I'd also wish that you could somehow know of your unimaginable importance, just as you are right now, to the lives of so very many. And of course, I'd wish for even more wishes. Okay, because the universe confirms that you were such a great idea. All right, and then apparently I'm going to draw you an oracle card from here. So let's see what we have. Peaks of joy. 33. This is about strength. 3 is the strongest shape in nature. Triangles, basically. This is the two of you reaching sort of like spiritual accord on your own sides. This is very personal journey taking place over here for you and for the person that you are dealing with. And because you are both sort of at that energetic point where you're both getting in the full alignment and the uniqueness of who you are without trying to be somebody different, this is what actually draws you to one another. It's not so much about a shared journey, it's more the personal journey that you have with one another, also with each other. You know, so I have my personal journey, you've got your personal journey, just to make clear, I'm putting it wrong. But because you're both reaching the sort of point of enlightenment at the same sort of time, you naturally gravitate towards one another. Okay, let's draw you one more card. So don't try to jump the gun, you know, don't try to make things happen. Allow things to develop naturally. Look at what this card is saying to you. It is what it is. Alright? You are where you are right now, and it is in being where you are right now that takes you to that next natural step that your heart does in fact so much desire. Okay? So it's about being present and allowing everything to actually come to you. Alright? See you all next time. Oh, just to also let you know that the next set of readings that I'm going to do for you is going to be your 2021 reading. So look out for those.